First one here, bitches.
That is the second time I've been banged today. And it feels good.
I'm third, you bitch assholes.
Good morning, good morning. Hi, Emma. Good morning. We're gonna do some stuff today. We're gonna play some Monster Prom. But good morning, good morning. I wanted to show off that so this is the free picture on this, and it works for now. I don't know why sometimes it stops working, but it's working now, and you can see how much more reactive my mouth is, and my eyes, and my jiggles. Hello, Omen. Hello, Stinky Crowman. I want sushi. It's early, but I would eat some sushi for breakfast. I have cold coffee. It was not intended to be cold, but it is cold. Here, let's this one. There we go. We'll have some coffee this morning. Hello, hello. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing well. Cold sweet tea. Oh, my my avatars go right in front of the subtitles. Well, I guess it's subtitle extreme, Amara. I gotta figure out a place for them. We gotta put them in a cage or something. I can put them lower, I think. I can probably make them smaller. Can I make you guys smaller just from this menu? In a prison? Yeah. I could put them in a prison. Hold on, we're gonna try something really quickly. Avatars and gears. Let's do 32 by 32. Apply. Yeah, that's fine. Wait, no, that was bad. Okay, continue. Okay. That was bad. Don't recommend doing that. That was not great. I know that there's a way to make them smaller, though. Oh, that's how. Yes. If I connect now, are they tinier? They are smaller. There we go. That's smaller. Does that look good though? Hold on. I'm trying to get into my OBS. That's a little better. Little babies. Little babies running around. They are very tiny. I gotta figure out how to make them like in between tiny, but I don't want to mess with it too bad. Let's try again. Do avatars and gears. So this is at 0.25. Let's do 0.35. Yes. And then connect. Now we'll go back to my OBS. That's a little better. Now they're not super baby tiny. I can crop their roaming area. Yeah, I can do that. I can put a little block down so that they can't get over there. I could actually make a little stair step over it, but I mean, if you guys don't mind, we'll just do it right now. This? Yes. I need the invisible blocks. Transparency. Two little block here and here. I'm just gonna build them a little ramp, go up this way, and then do this. And I think that that's over the... It's not anywhere near it. Cool. Yay! Thank you for picking up your trinkets. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Should you make iced coffee? Yeah, probably. Is that over it? That is over it. Okay. A little bit more. A little bit more. That's too many. And then we now do the slope. You can see how unsteady my hand is. Okay, now we go back to this. Get out of there. You get out of there too. And you come over here. And then you also come over here. Now they can just go around it. Just little avatars floating all over my screen. Yeah, caption protection so that people can actually read my captions, even though they're never accurate ever. I don't know what Highland Grog iced coffee is, but that sounds... I would probably drink that. I know, right? They're accurate for, like, right now. The problem, like, a big problem with it is that I have a lisp. So, see, I got it wrong. I have a lisp so that sometimes it doesn't catch the word that I'm trying to say. See, like now it's all jacked up. I didn't do that on purpose. It just did it. I like butterscotch. I do. I had speech therapy for a number of years to help me get rid of it. But I do have a lisp and I have a little bit of a weird accent that sometimes comes out, which is my parents' fault entirely. So I grew up around people who have a Scottish accent, and then I lived in the South, and let me tell you, that is not a good combination. We don't like it. Yeah, we don't like that combination. It gets us made fun of in school. But I still say some things a little bit weird. Sometimes it's like that. I mean, sometimes I get stuck. A lot of times too, my brain moves faster than my mouth does. So I'll say like half a word and then finish it with another half of a word. Which I don't know if that's ADHD or if that's being dyslexic or if that's what that is, but like it's one of those things. If I hold her just right, if I stand just right, she looks like she has to go pee. She's doing the pee-pee dance. But anyway, I hope everybody's having a good morning. I hope everybody's having a good morning. I had an accent growing up when I was like really, really, really young. Like into kindergarten, I had the weird accent that I got from my parents. And then I went to school with kids in California. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, well, I have both, so it's fine. I have both, and it's not great. I mean, I've learned to live with it. Anybody who's been around me and has like conversed with me in like typing, you all know real fucking well about my dyslexia and how much of a problem it is. Oh, I don't like how that font looks on here. I'll have to fix that. It's fine though. It's fine for now. But like, that's a struggle to read for me. How did you get in there? No, seriously, how did you get in there? I'm gonna put you over there. Sometimes the stream avatars just do what they do. So we're gonna let them do what they do. I hope everybody's having a good morning. I had a great night. I had a great time yesterday during the stream. Repo with everybody was so fun. Can't wait to do it again. But today we're gonna go to a MonsterCon. We're gonna play Monster Prom 4.
Right, wife. Life good. Wife fight back. Kill wife. Wife gone.
Do you know that the only reason that redeem is in here is for one of my mods, Rabbit, who has probably like been my best friend for years. He it's only here because he wanted it.
Want some chicken
Oh my god, that's
nuggets?
so many chicken nuggets. Whoa. I fixed my tits, by the way. Rabbit is my wolf, yes. Rabbit is my wolf. Hey, yo? Hey, yo? That's so many chicken nuggies. You guys got me with all the chicken nuggies? I should probably take off the bring on the burrito because it doesn't do anything anymore. Okay. I don't have anything fun to talk about. Thanks for hanging out yesterday, guys. It was a really good stream. It was really, really, really nice to see like people show up and come hang out and just laugh with us. No, I'm the bullier. I bully Rabbit. Oh, it's made time. Thanks, Revy. It's made time. It's made time. Good morning, Sydney. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I didn't draw a maid outfit on Big Nux. I guess I need to do that when we finally get that model going. Guess it's definitely going to be the light model.
I need my coffee in the morning, baby. If I don't have it, it'll drive me crazy.
I have a cold cappuccino. It didn't start out cold. I just forgot to drink it. So now we're having coffee. Good morning. Happy coffee morning. Dance party.
Number
Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper, Flame Grill taste with perfect toppers. I rule this day. Lettuce, mayo, pickle, ketchup, it's okay if I don't want that. It also pull up.
Yay!
Whopper my way, Whopper my way. Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper, Flame Grill taste with perfect toppers. I rule this day.
Cold cappuccino. I do have little Pete's. I have little Pete's and I do little dancies. That Whopper song brings me so much joy. You have no... When it was like really big on TikTok, I liked probably every single video that came across my feed that had that song. It's so funny and it brings me so much joy. And you know, that's kind of what it's about. Okay, so I haven't started the game yet because I did watch the opening and it's really good. And if anybody likes Monster Prom as much as I do, you probably want to watch it. And that's my justification for wanting to watch it again. So I haven't actually started the game. But we're gonna go over to my other thing, my other screen. Because you guys watch my stinger again that I worked so fucking hard on. I gotta figure out how to do it. How to make it oh, I turned off I was recording videos earlier today, so I turned off my chat. Hold on. There we go. Have a good day, Dazen. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for hanging out. I always appreciate seeing you. I gotta figure out how to make it thank you how to make it transparent, but I like it for what it is right now. I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to remake it in an entirely different program to make it transparent, and that is a daunting thing because I don't know if you guys knew this, but I am not Cindy. I am not a video editor. I do not know how to do these things, so I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants and like pretending that I know what I'm doing. I have no idea how to do half of the stuff that I do. I just decide I'm gonna do it, and then I sit down and I like bang my head against a wall until I get something that I'm kind of happy with. A date with Cindy. I mean, I would go on a date with Cindy any day. But also, like, it feels weird to ask for help with like editing stuff, right? I don't want to go to Cindy and be like, hey, can you help me figure out how to edit better? Because I'm stupid and I've never learned how to do any. Make a music video, you'll learn to edit. All right, I'll make a music video. Like a music video. I just have too many projects, right? I just have way too many projects going on. So like, I don't want to bother Cindy and be like, hey, do you want to teach me how to edit? But also I have like 50,000 other things in the works that I need to figure out. And I don't know how to do any of them. So like each one is a new challenge of like, how the fuck do I do this? But that's how I do everything. Thank you for the bonk. I appreciate it. It's probably deserved. But each project is like that. You all think that I went into making VTuber models knowing what the fuck I was doing? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I only just sat down and mapped out like hair and how it should go. Like, that's how this shit is. This is what this whole fucking stream was, right? Was like, the reason I started it was that I saw somebody with a VTuber model and I was like, that's fucking cool. I want to know how to do that. And they weren't an anime model, which is probably why my stuff doesn't skew towards anime. Although I've never really drawn in the anime style. I don't think I could. I was like, that's fucking cool. I want to do that. And then I did it. And then that was like, well, shit, I can't just be this on a black screen. How the hell do I make overlays? So I learned how to do that too. And then now we just fucking go. I think Cindy's story is like the exact same. Cindy was like, I don't know how to do any of this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. That's how we got here. And now somehow I have a beautiful waifu who comes in and is supportive and sweet and beautiful. I don't know, we just met through TikTok. TikTok out here making besties for life. Anyway, let's start the game. see, I'm a single mom, so I don't have time. Like, I don't have the money to spend on this stuff. Like, right? Like, any extra money goes to my kiddo, and that's how it should be. But, we learned how to do it. We learned and we figure it out. And like, honestly, I've always been this way anyway. So this is not news to anybody who knows me. They know that I'm a fucking weirdo who's like, no, I'll just do it myself. And then to bash my head against a wall for no reason. Okay, if this is too loud, y'all are gonna have to tell me because it was loud for me. I gotta move my chat over. Let's move my chat over there so I can see it.
Let's go do the gun, come on, monsters bring it on. It's time to make it fun, it's time to make it right. I said it, let's go do the gun, nothing can stop us.
It's kind of loud. That's kind of loud. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit. Can't hear it all now. Let me pull it back up.
Everybody clap with me. Monster, monster, monster. Monster, monster, monster. I know we're doing
Here now.
geek. Come with me, we'll feel complete. Monster is the way you feel. Monster is the way you feel. Monster is the way you feel all the time. Monster is the way you feel. Monster is the way you feel all the time. All the time.
Look at their cute little dancing animations. I love them so much. I really love Monster Prom too. Monster Prom absolutely inspires me every time I play one of these fucking games. They're so good. I haven't done anything in this, so we're just gonna go. We're gonna play the ball. Teach you all the ins and outs of the game. Sure, let's see the tutorials. Do you want to hear awesome voice effects or make them? Yeah, we'll take some voices.
Sweet.
Yeah, there's 4. Let's do a regular game. Oh my god. But 5 beats is pretty good. We're probably gonna go with this one. Sandy, you should come play this with me sometime. No, we're gonna go with the Kawaii Future Base. SpookyCon. For some, it was just a nerdy convention, but for us, it was 4 days to celebrate our many passions and obsessions fiercely, unapologetically. And we weren't alone. Regardless of what you loved, you could always find people who would make you feel seen and understood. Anywhere else, we might have been seen as weirdos and misfits, but here we could finally feel like no matter who we were, we belonged. All right. Oh, these are DLC? Oh, you can be a little MB skeleton. Okay, we're gonna go with, I think her name is Vicky. No. With blue? Well, we're gonna... Oh, Vicky is her name. Yeah. You already got the DLC on it, too. We're gonna go with Vicky. Because she kicked... I know, I might get them. I usually buy the DLC on these because I like supporting this team anyway. Also, how cool is this background that is just the sketch of the main screen there? That's so cool. But as dreamy as SpookyCon was, it also came with its own set of pressures, some of which we already knew so well. At the end of these 4 days, the after party loomed over our heads, posing that one evergreen question. Would we get a date for that night? As uncertainty plagued our hearts, we couldn't help but think of the 6 hottest nerds at the con. Oh no, the 6 hottest nerds! Zoe, an eldritch cutie who went from endless deity and harbinger of destruction to author of the renowned fanfics Liam Prom. Liam de Lioncourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork. I have never liked Liam.
No.
Duck Campbell, a kind-hearted slime that has that was incredibly broke from supporting all the fandoms he loved. Fucking real. Alman, an evil overlord who was recently freed from imprisonment in exchange for giving up her passion for stabbing people. Omen! Nico Sharp, an over-the-top mimic who preferred cosplay over shapeshifting, even if they weren't the best at getting into character. And April 1st, a clown idol who was contractually obligated to bottle up all of her non-camera ready emotions inside of cute mascots. It had to be one of them, but who? I don't know what they're eating, but I want it right now. And she's like Pinkie Pie. We had 4 days to gather some courage and shoot our shot. What was the worst that could happen? Being rejected and alone the rest of our lives? We had our fair share of love and rejection. This surely wasn't our first rodeo. As we had grown to know ourselves better, we realized we felt more confident. Now you'll have to choose choose the 3 things you like. Each like is tied to one of several romance options. Your likes will soft lock you into some romance options you'll encounter more often. You can correct this soft lock by meeting other romance options in the food court, which you'll see later. After the likes phase, you'll be asked to choose the top 3 within the category. You'll choose your first, second, and third favorite option in descending order. This will shape your searching stats. Your starting stats. All right. Top 3 things you like. We have kawaii cereal mascots, anime eyes, dungeon low-level monsters, glow sticks as a form of support, stupidly specific panels, ultra-layered memes, there we go, comics where the hero always wins, anime fashion, world domination, collecting katanas, Garfield extra and power scaling your friends. Oh, no. I think that we're gonna go with ultra layered memes, Garfield X Naruto, and power scaling your friends. Choose your top 3 favorite villain archetypes. Well, yeah, we're gonna go with this one. I don't know what he is. Is he sad? We'll go with this, and then we'll go with the dramatic opera player here. We weren't new to all this, so this time we challenged ourselves with the goal of other than finding love. Yeah, sad vampire tuxedo mask. That's my favorite villain archetype. With the support of Zoe and Liam, we had decided to take on a project we've been putting off for too long.
I have too many ideas.
Making our own comic. Oh god. We had so many ideas and we always found excuses to not work on them. I don't need to be called out like this. But the con was the perfect setting to find inspiration and go for it. Oh, choose my genre? Do we want action or do we want kissy face? There's like a whole bunch more. We're gonna go kissy face. We're gonna do a romance comic. The fear of failure had stopped us for too long, but then we reminded ourselves that the one thing that always kept us going. That we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. There was something really comforting about these games always starting in that way. Oh god. I don't think I'm gonna do voices for this stream, just because I'm not like, I haven't warmed up or anything. We'll see how it goes. Wait a second, champ. Yeah, no need to rush into this. We're here to give you some tips on how to do cons the right way. Think of it like some sort of tutorial. God knows you could use one of those. As everyone knows, the main activity of a con is finding love. Absolutely. Oh my god, I love her so much. Yeah, this is Vicky we're talking about. Look at her. She's probably aiming to get a date for the big con after party. Called the fuck out. Ah yes, the silence speaks volumes. Well, if you want to get a date, you better get to know the other person and what they look for in a potential partner. Exactly. Do they share your dreams and fears? Are your visions of the world in sync? Are your souls truly compatible? Too complicated. Let's say someone's personality can be defined through 5 traits: smarts, boldness, creativity, charm, and fun. Let's call them stats. It sounds cooler and more video gamey. A tad reductive, but let's work on that. That said, you have to ask yourself, is your fun high enough for someone who loves to party? Is your boldness low enough for someone who likes peace and quiet? Sometimes people are even more ambiguous. Like they may like someone who's just balanced. Nobody likes a partner who's balanced. The point is, everyone has their standards. Standards. And if by some chance you want to go to the party by yourself, which is totally a valid option if that's your jam, don't think you'll be exempt from managing your stats. You can still fail at it. There's more stuff to keep in mind, but let's cover that later, okay? There was a panel I wanted to check out. Sounds good, and I have to rehearse for the next tutorial. Have fun! Okay. Do we want to go? There's a hotel, there's the main stage, the community zone, the lobby, and the merch hall. It doesn't show me if anybody's anywhere, so let's go to the hotel and outdoors. You're outside the con when you see a bunch of sleepy-looking people sitting down. Hey, welcome to the Smokers Lounge, one of them says to you. There's no Smokers Lounge, so we decided to make one out here. Want a puff, yes? You've already seen way too many PSAs to say yes to drugs, but you strike up a conversation with them while they get high off their asses. They have interesting opinions on snacks, ASMR, videos, and a 2001 A Space Odyssey. Listening to them and inhaling their weed fumes gives you 2+ creativity. Inhaling their weed fumes. Sometime later, you, Liam, Zoe, and Nico notice some teenagers giggling and playing in traffic near the convention center. Perfect. What are you kids doing? Don't tell me dying in traffic is some new talk trend. Now that challenge went out ages ago. We're doing the I hate this word and I don't know it, so I'm gonna just move on. I'm sorry, I'm not an anime person. I always say it is isekai, but I don't think that's right. Challenge, it's where you get hit by a bus gun and wake up in another world. Why would you do that? It's more common for isekai protagonists to get hit by a truck. I said it right? Okay. That's your only problem with this? No, we crunched the numbers, and buses are the best way to end up in a fantasy realm where your painfully uninteresting personality somehow makes you a hero. That sounds pretty unrealistic. Thank you. It's much more likely that Busgun will send you to a grim, dark world where everyone has inexplicably big boobs.
Cleavage!
Which is still a win, but you know how to manage your expectations. Wrong. If you get hit by a bus, the only place you'll get sent to is the ICU. I don't know, Liam. When I was a kid, a bus ran over my pet fish, and my parents said he got sent to a beautiful farm. So maybe getting isekai is real. How the fuck did the bus hit your fish? I said a bus ran over my fish. You should pay attention when someone's revealing their trauma. Is he a mimic? And that's all he is just a mimic? He's just wearing a chest. Fine. Can someone help me convince these dumb kids not to do this? I'm not in the mood to witness vehicular manslaughter today. Sure thing! Use the forbidden spell to exile their souls to a pocket dimension. You thought it was a cruel measure, but apparently it will help these idiots and probably prevent car accidents. Convince them it's easier to go to a different world by getting on the bus and not in front of it. Pocket dimension. You wave your magic wand, chant bippity boppity get the fuck out, and send these teens to a fantastic pocket dimension, a fantasy pocket dimension.
That's my cue to leave.
Thank goodness that's over. Let's get some boba. After some time, your phone rings. Those kids are trying to FaceTime you.
Hi there.
Sup, guys? What in the world? Is it the boob world or the ass world? Nico and I have been taking bets. It's a lame world. We don't even have superpowers or anime girlfriends. Let us out. We want to get Isekai into a cooler world. No, you clearly haven't learned your lesson. You're just going to go to play traffic again. We have to. You didn't let us get hit by by bus cunt, which is a crucial part of the Isekai experience. That must be why this place sucks. Hang up the phone, Vicky. Let's I don't know, get more boba or something. A man after my own heart. You get a second round of boba. Your phone rings again a few hours later. Only one teen is on the call this time. Good evening, gang. Wait, weren't there more of you before? Not anymore. Since you wouldn't help us, my friends decided to get trampled by a horse-drawn carriage and get Isekai into a deeper, cooler world. I was gonna get trampled with them, but it looked painful. I guess I'm not cut out for the Isekai lifestyle. But I'm glad that they're off having fun. So can I come out now?
Enough.
Oh, fine, let him out. I give up. These kids are not alright. I'm sorry, Liam. Would a third round of boba cheer you up? Yes, I think it would. You get more boba and you gain 2 smarts for solving the problem with such a cool spell, but lose 2 charm. Oh no. I don't know that I have charm to lose. Wait a second, it's time for a new episode of Tutorials with Liam and Zoe. Because we realized we haven't explained the importance of managing stats, but we didn't cover how to manage them properly. Exactly, stats can be managed in a number of ways, but let's cover the most important one. That'd be experiencing the sort of absurd, exciting adventures that usually take place once you visit a location. Let's call these experiences events for short. Normally during an event, you face a conflict you must solve by choosing between potential solutions, options, if you will. What you choose will define you as a person. If you choose the smart option, you'll gain smarts. Yeah, if you choose to punch a bear, that'd be quite bold of you, so you'd gain boldness. But stats are lost when choosing an option. Every path not taken is a stat lost. Which is to say, if you choose the smart option instead of punching the bear, then you'd gain smarts, but you'd lose boldness. Just try not to punch a bear, okay? Liam, let Vicky punch a bear if that's what she is as a person. Anyway, there are a few more ways of managing stats. Like, Liam, let's write those down in the manual or something. I really wanted to go check out those limited figurines I told you about. True, we can keep giving you tips later, yes? In the meantime, don't get yourself killed. Okay. Okay, so I can't go back there because I already went there. So we're gonna go to the merch hall. Let me tell you about birds. I also didn't need to be called out like this. Let me tell you about birds. You find a cool shirt you like in a commercial. You find a cool shirt you like in a commercial stand. It costs $3.99 monster dollars. Then you buy a cool zine for $2.99 monster dollars. Then a set of anime badges for $1.99 monster dollars. You then buy a packet of gum for 99.99 monster dollars. Damn it, you have 4 loose coins jingling in your pocket. It's annoying as fuck. Luckily, you find a shady guy who whispers, "Give it to me and I'll let you 2 charm." You feel dirty for some reason, but you got stats and your pockets aren't jingling anymore. Okay, you're investigating the horniest corners of Artist Alley when you happen upon Liam's Yayoi stand.
Greetings, my fellow connoisseurs.
Oh, hello. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate all of you supporting my art. Your art? You mean you created all of this? It's Omen. It's Omen as a lady. Yes, yaoi is my passion. I invested over 10,000 hours in perfecting my craft. That sounds like a yaoi artist. But you didn't start drawing yaoi until last year. The numbers don't add up. Once again, math rears its ugly head to sabotage the beauty of art. You spent 10,000 hours. You spent a 10,000 hour year on this stupid hobby. How far have you fallen? Ouch. I don't know of your past, Liam. You used to be Angelus, ruler of the dark side. You subjugated millions. You nearly conquered the world. I know, but I'm not Angelus anymore. I don't enjoy reminiscing on my dark past. Dark past? You mean your glorious past? I looked up to you. You were one of the biggest threats to our reality, and now you drop penises for fun. It's maddening. I'm maddened. But Almond, look at these butts. They're the 1,000 conquered empires. Scene. Are they, Zoe? Are they? You know, even if you don't care for yaoi, there are plenty of hobbies that you could take that could take even your mind off of murder and destruction. Look at all these butts! Why would I want to do that? Because you're in your redemption arc program, and as your sponsor, I'm making this mandatory. Gang, we're getting Omen a hobby. That'll be tough, but you love a challenge. What hobby would Omen enjoy other than killing, or more than killing people? Get into sewing, like stabbing fabric repeatedly. Reptile care. Omen can probably relate to cold-blooded creatures, and this is a perfect excuse for you to get a pet iguana. I don't want a pet iguana. I'm gonna teach her to stab fabric repeatedly. I don't know. Are you trying to trick me into using violence? Gang, we're getting Omen a hobby. And meanwhile, Omen's like, what's happening? Who's talking about me? I don't know. Are you trying to trick me by using violence? Oh, shit, she's onto us. No, look at this cool tiny sword. We call it a needle.
Stop this nonsense now.
I may be old, Vicky, but even in my time, we had needles. Okay, but think of it this way. The Redemption Arc program establishes that you should stop stabbing people, right? It's more of a case-by-case basis, but for the most part, yes.
No.
No, Zoe, stabbing is always wrong. Never deal in absolutes.
Oh, fucking Liam.
You make me want to stab stuff, Liam. And by stuff, I mean your face. Use that. Imagine this piece of purple fabric is Liam's face and start stabbing it with a needle. Oh, now that sounds interesting. Omen stabs the fabric repeatedly. Die, Liam! I'll stab you into several beautiful sweater. As you channeled Omen's desire to stab Liam into a healthy outlet, genius. Well, I guess I'll take a win where I can. You gain 2 boldness and lose 2 charm. No, I keep losing charm! For introducing Omen to this wonderful hobby of fabric stabbing. I mean sewing.
So many places to go.
Okay. We can go to the... Oh, look how cute she is! You're roaming around the lobby and you find someone with your exact same cosplay. Unacceptable. You decide to solve this conflict the traditional way. A knife fight to the death. That also sounds like cosplayers. The other cosplayer doesn't carry a knife, so he gets automatically disqualified. You win the right to cosplay. You gain 2 boldness for always carrying a knife for no reason at all, and because I'm kind of scared of you. Later, you're walking through the lobby with April, Zoe, and Liam, but it's quite busy at this time. You're fighting just to stay together. Come on, gang, we can't get separated by the crowd. Let's hold hands for safety. Yeah, for safety.
Don't be ridiculous.
Is that really necessary if we get separated? We can just text each other and meet back up somewhere. Oh, No, Liam, you naive little newbie. Just trust me, you don't want to get separated at a con. You all hold hands, which is great, because that's the second base for you. Yes, touching hands in second base. It's been a rough year, and you've adjusted your bases to reflect more realistic goals. Ouch. Unfortunately, your hands are sweaty before you realize that April slipped from your grasp. Oh no, she's gone. Help. I thought I told everyone to stick together. April's too petite to fight the crowd current. It's fine. So look, she's just a few feet ahead when we join her at the end of the room. No, this is bad. The curtain's gonna take her straight to the con chasm. What? Straight into the what? The con chasm. You know the bottomless chasm cutting through the middle of the lobby? You really are a con newbie, aren't you? Why is there a bottomless chasm in the middle of the lobby? Who knows? Maybe someone just thought it'd be funny to have a bottomless chasm at a con, and now everybody just does it as a principle. You'd better save April if you ever want any of your friends to take you to third base. Prolonged eye contact. Do something. Perform a guitar solo so awesome that you gain the right to crowd surf. This way you can pull April up out of the crowd riptide. It's too late for her. Just befriend a random Kongor and make them the new April. Is what the old April would have wanted, probably. No, we're gonna crowd surf. I hate to be a buzzkill here. Since when do you hate being a buzzkill? I thought that was like the core part of your identity. But that plan requires a guitar, which you don't have right now. That's true, but then a mysterious stranger appears and hands you an electric guitar. Fuck yeah. You can do it, Vicky, they say with a wink. I believe in you. What the fuck? No time to be confused. You shred that guitar to fucking pieces with the most epic solo ever. Fuck yeah. People turn to look at you, realizing how cool you are. You have earned the right to crowd surf. Hell yeah. The crowd lifts you up, but by tactically clenching your butt, you give them signals on where to lead you. You reach April and take her in your arms.
I'm too pretty for this.
Don't ever lose your grip on me again. I'm too pretty to die in a place like this. I mean, Vicky, my hero. You crowd surf back to your other friends. Okay, I admit that was pretty cool, but you should give the guitar back, Vicky. You turn back to the stranger, but no one is there. Whoa, maybe it was a ghost. This is the monster realm, Zoe, and there are dozens of ghosts here, and I'm pretty sure the guitar owner was a harpy. We are in a super crowded place. It's only normal they disappear into the crowd. True, true. Maybe we should leave the guitar at the lost and found. You decide to do the sensible thing. Pawn the guitar for money and buy churros for everyone. Yum yum, you gain 2 creativity and lose 2 charm. I have no charm. I'm like the worst. I'm not charming at all. Oh my god, this is only day 1? We're still on day 1? God. Let's go to the main stage and then we'll go to the community zone. You decide to watch a panel discussing fighting game archetypes. Your main goal is to determine which archetype you'd be. Are you a grappler or are you a zoner? By the end of the panel, you realize that you are the very rare lover, a highly ineffective archetype for fighting games. Makes sense. You are better fit for a dating sim. You gain 2 smarts for achieving such self-awareness. Later, you attend a panel being hosted by the creators of a little massively viral fanfic called Liam Prom.
Doug, con volunteer.
Thank you all for coming. I'm your moderator, Doug. I'm honored to introduce you to the creators of Liam Prom. They're also friends of mine. Can you believe it? I'm Zoe, the author of Liam Prom. Next to me is the inspiration behind K-pop star Liam, cartographer Liam, buff Liam, and the countless other Liams. I know, I love him. He's... Thank you for having me. Just in case anybody was wondering, my name is Liam. Oh boy, chuckle. So let's get right into it. As the original Liam, how does it feel to be the subject of such a sprawling saga?
Liam de Liancourt.
Well, I always...
Prom Muse.
Well, I always had the nagging suspicion that I'd be someone's muse someday. I bet you didn't even think that you'd be portrayed as a sexy panini press. What? I bet you didn't think that you'd be portrayed as a sexy panini press. I did read that correctly. It just doesn't make any sense to me. No, I can't say I expected that. But anyway, I feel like being portrayed by a multitude of characters gives a better insight into my multifaceted personality.
A world full of Liams.
Sure, and it gives me a chance to answer the eternal question, would a centaur Liam wear a man bun? Who among us hasn't wondered that? The panel continues and you learn more about fictional Liam tropes than you ever thought it was possible to know. While Zoe's dissecting Buff Liam's diet and workout plan, you hear Doug whispering in your ear. Psst, Vicky, I'm about to open up this floor to audience questions, and I really want this panel to go well for Liam and Zoe. Could you go first and ask something insightful? Everyone always waits for someone else to ask a question, and then the initial silence is super awkward. Crap, he blew your usual strategy at panels. Come up with a good question for Liam and Zoe. Okay, most of the action takes place in Liam Academy, but have you thought about how a universe of Liam would affect the economy and politics of this world? Of all the friends you could have written a speculative fanfic about, why Liam? We're gonna go with that one because I generally don't like Liam.
What the hell?
What the hell, Vicky? Do you think I'm not good enough to be the subject of speculative fan fiction? Sorry, let me rephrase that. Zoe, how many unworthy plebeians did you have to wade through before you arrived at the perfect protagonist, Liam? That's more like it. Good question, Vicky. I knew you would automatically love a world full of nice, likable Scots or traditionally uber hot Danians. But a world full of Liams? Well, that's a whole other story.
Hey.
But Liam's not a challenge. He may not be everyone's first choice, but I knew he'd become quite the acquired taste if I could do him justice. I think, or at least I hope, I did a good job. Oh, she's so cute with her little blush. I will say that despite the offensive nature of this question, that Zoe is not incorrect. It's been nice working on this project with her, and it's forced me to examine myself and my behaviors in a new light. It also allowed me to reimagine myself as an 18th century cartographer, which is somehow even more arousing than the experience of actually being one, so that's nice. I have to admit, when I first met Liam, I was kind of intimidated by his grumpy demeanor and no-nonsense suspenders. But Zoe's many portrayals of him in Liam Prom really helped me to understand him. I'm glad I can call Liam Prom a must-read and Liam as a friend. Ad break? Sorry guys, ad break. Why, thank you, Doug. The pleasure of being your friend is all mine. And for the record, I've definitely gotten up to some nonsense in my suspenders. Ooh, spicy! You gain 2 boldness for your confident questions, but you lose 2 smarts. That's fine. I'm like super bold. Time to get some fresh air.
Look at all those food trucks!
Welcome to the food court. You'll be visiting this place twice per run. Ah yes, this tutorial is delivered by me, the narrator. Tutorials explained by characters are fun and immersive, but the narrator, I have the power to go straight to the point. For example, I can just tell you that if you go by pressing tab, you can access a useful info. Okay. Oh. Or that you can consult the dialogue history by either pressing H or the mouse wheel up. Oh, okay. Cool, huh? That is new. They did not used to have that. Anyhow, back to the food court. Food court turns are about getting to know the one person you want to take to the con after party, even if that means getting to know yourself. There are 5 tables you can choose from, of the 3 tables that are populated by the 6 romance option in pairs. One of the tables lets you call one of the several guests who are essentially alternative date options. Finally, there's a table for you to sit alone. These tables are tied to their own mechanics. As usual, our jam is obscuring said mechanics a bit so you can focus on the narrative side of this experience. By playing, you can slowly but steadily learn how everything works, but if that's not your style, we've added a helpful explanations of everything in the manual for free. Feel free to check it out. Just keep in mind that each table only allows for 1 player. Now go choose a seat. I want to sit with these guys, I think. I like the one that's a mimic, and I like the slime boy. Who do you want to sit with? I want to sit with slime boy, I think. So you want to go on a date, huh? As we said, these mechanics are covered in the manual, but there's a little thing that we wanted to cover here. You'll see some peepers on... some peppers? You'll see some peppers on the different dates, and they're sort of a spicy meter. This is like declaring your preference of spiciness when you're pursuing a date. It doesn't affect the date itself, but the ending you'll get if you succeed. The art might be the same, but the narrative won't. 0 peppers will make the ending more platonic. 1 and 2 peppers will make the ending somewhat romantic and suggestive. 3 peppers will make the ending definitely naughty. Just keep that in mind when choosing. A low amount of peppers won't affect the content of the secret endings, which might be naughty. Okay, you're truly prepared to go on your first date. Let's go for a walk. Oh, look how cute! You and Doug go on a lovely stroll through the park. Doug brings over some birdseed to feed the pigeons with you. Aww. Unfortunately, there don't seem to be any pigeons out today. There are, however, some very territorial geese. Your lovely stroll turns into a panic sprint away from the evil geese. At least you do it in hand. How very romantic.
Art is so energizing.
It's time to work on the comic. As your creative mentors, we've prepared very original questions that will spur extraordinary ideas. We've written 2 per day. You're welcome. Once the exercise is done, you might see no comic just yet, but you have to trust the process, Vicky. Your efforts will come to fruition by the end of the con. Totally. How you choose to answer the exercises will impact the script of the resulting comic. Thank you for sticking through the ads. If you did, welcome back. We're still having fun reading through Monster Prom. And there's more to these exercises. All of these choices will shape you as a person, which is to say they will affect your stats. You feel these changes each time you solve one of the exercises. And there's one last thing I love about creative work. When several people collaborate, it changes things as a group. That's right, my personal advice is that if ever one person is answering an exercise, the whole group should discuss it. To be clear, you'll gain a lot of stat tied to the chosen option, but you'll lose the stat tied to the options not chosen. And these stat effects will affect all players. Shush that voice, it's breaking in the immersion. Ugh. Anyway, enough procrastinating. Zoe's right, it's time to work on your craft. Hold this pencil and let the mind wander. Now it's time to take a real break from your real-life shenanigans and brainstorm some fictional shenanigans for your comic. Go for it. What trend from back in the early 2000s should come back already? Only needing to learn 3 memes and 4 slang words to sound cool? People actually seeking revenge? Delicious tobacco, why did this trend wear out? Wearing pants. I think, wearing pants. What's your strongest asset on the first date? You taste like a pumpkin spice latte. You have strong yet graceful knees. Your eyes are soulless, almost as if they were 2 sexy empty holes. You could transform into a tiger. I'd taste like a pumpkin spice latte, maybe. Okay, time to get back to the con.
I know the map by heart.
I know the map by heart. Stop right there. This is the Stat Police. We're here to test your knowledge on stats. Your stat knowledge. Just kidding. It's us, Zoe and Liam. We're renowned creators of verified hot people and knowledgeable tutorial dispensers. We thought we've been giving Vicky all these exquisite tips on how to manage stats, but how easy is it to know which option ties to which stat? Yeah, some options will be easy to interpret, like how punching a bear feels like a very bold thing to do. But some will be quite a bit more nuanced. and it might be harder to tie them to a stat. Which is why we've written the specifics of every stat in the manual for you to check, which will be available within the customized. So even if an option might not feel tied to a specific stat, or even more than one, you just gotta take your time. Try to analyze what's the biggest clue within the option and which stat relates to the specific clue. Or you know what? Just ignore stats and choose whatever option feels more interesting to you. Live, fail, have fun. I must agree with Zoe here. Just try not to fail too much. Let's play some DDR so I can see you fail too much. Let's go, but don't be surprised if you're disappointed. See you around, Vicky. Goodbye, friends. We didn't go to the main stage, so I guess we're gonna go to the main stage first this time. You attend a panel on how to seamless... Oh no, I did go to the main stage, didn't I? I didn't go to the community center. You attend a panel on how to seamlessly add loot boxes to games. The short answer is that you shouldn't. This turns out to be invaluable knowledge that makes you gain 2 smarts. Pay 10 monster tokens to open a mystery box with a bonus random amount of smarts. Joking. Okay. Afterwards, you're walking to the food trucks when you pass Doug carrying a boomerang of all things.
Hello.
Hey Vicky, what do you think of my new boomerang? It's certainly a boomerang. Sure is. I freaking love this thing. Boomeranging is gonna be my passion from now on. Why? Because boomerangs are so cool. You throw them and they always come back to you. Watch, I'll show you. Doug throws a boomerang. It doesn't come back.
Huh?
I think I know what I did wrong. 1 second. Doug goes to retrieve his boomerang. Okay, let's try this again. Return to me, my friend. Darn it. It's fine. 3rd time's the charm. Is this boomerang broken or something? You can't watch Doug trudge back and forth to get the boomerang anymore. It's too sad. There must be an easier way to make his friend come back. Right, I found it. If found, please return to Doug on the boomerang. It'll mix the badassery of boomerangs with the wholesomeness of trusting people's kindness. As he tried throwing it straight upwards, it's so much easier. I like this one.
Thinking.
Oh, good. Should I add my last name and address too? Nah, you don't want to be the first to get doxxed by a boomerang. Okay, but I'm gonna glue a picture of myself on it so people know who I am. It's not like I'm gonna go far. Go so far that whoever picks it up can't see me from a distance. Doug writes the message and glues a picture of himself onto the boomerang. Now let's try this one more time. Fly high, little guy. Doug throws the boomerang right into the open window of a moving bus. I mean, it was a really good throw, at least. It was, wasn't it? I hope I didn't hit anyone. What you don't know can't hurt you. Want to get a snack? I'm starving. You and Doug head back to the food trucks to get churros. You know, Vicky, I've been thinking, maybe it's not so bad that I lost the boomerang. It wasn't that cool, right? Yeah, no, totally. In fact, I was thinking, hey, you there. You're Doug, right? I found your boomerang. You did? Thank you so much. Where did you find it? It hit me in the head while I was on the bus. At first I was pissed, but then the boomerang and I went on this crazy misadventure, and well, I won't bore you with the details. The point is, I went searching for its owner, and I finally found you. Take good care of this thing, okay? It's a keeper. I will. Thanks. Have a great day.
Whoa.
Can you believe it, Vicky? There must be a sign that I'm destined to be a boomerang master after all. Thank you for the alert, Luna. Looks like this boomerang fixation won't be off the menu for anytime soon. At least you gain 2 charm for helping Doug, but you lose 2 smarts.
Let's stick to the schedule.
We're gonna go into the lobby. You're roaming around the lobby when a tiny dude pulls your shirt and whispers, "Hey, you need water? It's important to stay hydrated." He offers you a bottle. You get some. Thank you for the hydrate. The bots are working overtime, guys. He offers you a bottle. You get so nervous about this social interaction that you temporarily forget how to properly use a bottle. You water yourself like an awkward little flower you are. And then the stranger who's left, you think the stranger who's left confused. Well, maybe it's not so bad. What if the water was laced? Good thing you didn't manage to drink it like a normal person. You gain 2 boldness for navigating a potentially dangerous situation. You're checking the con schedule with Doug, April, and Zoe when you notice a buff bug giving out free hugs. What? Howdy, friends! Does anyone want a hug? I understand if not.
Yeah.
I'd love a hug. Come here, pal. Oh, thank you. You're so nice. I just... Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm getting snot all over you. Don't worry about it. I'm basically a big sentient snot. Cry all you need, big fella. Thank you. I'm just so happy you're the first person to want a hug from me all day. What? But free hugs are amazing. Why wouldn't anyone want one? Well, unfortunately, there's a ring of nefarious hug dealers out there who are trying to get people addicted to hugs. The first one's free, but then they charge you more and more for each hug after. Once word got around, many people started avoiding free huggers. Yeah, sucks. Hugging with strangers was so awesome, and then those darn hug dealers ruined it.
I have to help.
You can't let that slide. I swear my friends and I won't stop until we've rehabilitated your image and made hugging great again. Oh, do we have to? I was looking forward to seeing the panel on. Yes, right now, all of us want free hugs. Hugs are now my passion. But how can we make the world see that free hugs are safe in moderation? Okay, give hugs a new image by rebranding them as the body lasso or the gentle suplex. Offer a pamphlet with every hug explaining the dangers of hug addiction and warning signs and what to watch out for. I kind of like the gentle suplex. We're gonna... I didn't even mean to. The body lasso sounds fun. You can even say yeehaw with each hug.
Oh.
I don't know. I like the sound of the suplex one, but like, does it have to be gentle? Good point. Maybe you could also offer suplex that really hugs the living shit out of it. Huh? I never thought about expanding my hug menu before. I like it. Oh my god, his face. But just to be clear, the upgraded suplex would have a sexual undertone? If that's okay with you, but it's definitely okay with me. Eating, hugging, consent is very important to me. Are you ready? I was born ready. Annihilate me like your fucking avatar. Should we be watching this, Zoe?
Zoe.
You can look away if you want to, but personally, this is going right into my spank bank. Free hugger suplexes. The free hugger suplexes April into the tile floor. It looks painful, but also comforting. That was great. Again. But April, you're bleeding. Medical attention later. Horny now. Wow. I feel called out. Y'all watch April get suplexed a few more times. It's pretty hot, even though you eventually have to drag her off to get treated for a concussion. By that time, the free hugger has gained a line of horny people ready to be suplexed, so you call this a win. You call this a success. Thank you. Lewd time. Lewd. You gain 2 creativity for your rebrand, but lose 2 smarts. I'm getting really stupid. I'm getting like really stupid. Oh, I've been looted. I've been looted. I've been looted. To the community zone. You sit down to play an experimental new TTRPG called Dancing with Dragons. It's a typical Tolkien-esque fantasy setting, but all the battles are decided in DDR matches against your opponents. Awesome. You carry your party because you've got moves for days. It's a little unfairly skewed because your game master has a broken foot, but that's not your fault. You gain 2 fun and kicking ass with an S-rank DDR skills. Time to flex your writing muscles once you're attending a workshop hosted by Zoe, author of Liam Prom, for popular fanfic about a world where everyone is Liam.
Zoe enters the scene.
Thanks for coming. I'm gonna share some writing tips, and then you get to flash write some fix of your... Thanks for coming, everyone. I'm gonna share some writing tips, and then you get to flash write some fix of your own. Isn't that exciting? I'm so nervous. Zoe's such a good writer. What if she hates my work and stops being my friend and shadow bans me from reading Liam Prom ever again?
Fear not, pathetic mortal.
Fear not, Doug. You've trained for this. The thousands of pages of fanfics you've consumed were all leading up to this moment. Some quick and dirty tips are, well, to keep your fic quick and dirty. Write as much as you want for the rough draft and then cut the excess and keep the sexy parts. Also, don't be afraid to get weird with it. The readers come in your house, and if they don't like how you decorated the place, then they can leave. That is such a streamer-coded tip, too. Finally, never forget the lube. That's the writing advice and good life advice in general. Now get writing. Stir my heart and my loins. I'll be around to check on you.
Oh.
I lubed up my keyboard, but I keep making typos, and I still don't have a good fanfic idea. I've got one. You should write a 2-page essay on all of the good deeds I did this week. I'm not doing your homework for the Redemption Arc program, Omen. Why not? It would be fictional if it's the criteria. Surely you can do better than that. Suggest a fanfic for Doug to write. 9 to 5 dungeon. A slice of life about Doug working an office job as a low-level monster in a dungeon. Bad artists copy, good artists steal. You've heard of Liam Prom? Now it's time for OmenCon. I want to do the I want to know about his 9 to 5 life in the dungeon. Yeah, okay, that's what they say. Right, well, you know, so I guess I could do something with this prompt. No, 9 to 5 dungeon, eh? I love it. Have you worked in a dungeon before, Doug? Nah, but my dad does. He wants me to get an honest job like him someday, so I've been to the job site with him a few times. Your father gets defeated by adventurers over and over as a profession? Yep, it's basically the slime equivalent of the American dream.
Pathetic.
What an injustice! If I owned a dungeon, Doug, I would appoint you chief slime officer and no one would kill you under my tutelage. Hey, can you use that? Why don't you put Omen in the fic too? Every dungeon needs a final evil boss. A dungeon boss? No, there's a profession I can get excited about. My slimes would be the most fearsome slimes in all the land. I'd give them guns and teach them karate. I love to learn the ancient art of gun karate. Good idea. Let's study gun karate, Doug, for writing research.
Yes.
Oh, trademark. Bring on some sweaty gym clothes and fan service in shorts. Omen produces 2 guns from you don't want to know where and starts making karate chopping motions while firing into the air. Hi-ya! Thus 9 to 5 dungeon was born. You gain 2 smarts for your prompt but lose 2 creativity. Bummer.
I'm fully charged.
Let's go to the merch hall. You suddenly realize your phone is dead. Good thing you're at the merch hall. You find a stand where someone's selling chargers. You want to buy one, but you feel bad about buying something that's so not nerdy. The vendor sighs and draws an ooh face on the charger. Stole! You gain +2 charm for your kawaii phone charger. You're roaming the booth with Zoe, April, and Doug when you spot a booth selling cute plushies and other merchandise. Super kawaii, the sign says. Cuteness levels over 9,000. Prepare to bust an uwu. Oh, my curiosity is piqued. I gotta see how kawaii this shit is. Come on. You all pass more signs as you enter the booth. Not for the faint-hearted, senpai. Abandon all hope, ye sussy bakas who enter here.
I don't know.
This seems sketchy. Are you sure this is safe? Of course it's safe. It's just a plushie store. Kind of weird marketing tactic, though. Or it's a genius marketing tactic that makes you want to check it out that much more. And finally, you enter the inner shop. Huh? After all that build-up, this is kind of underwhelming. Yeah, these plushies are cute, but not shit a rainbow and pass out cute. What a fucking sentence. You haven't seen anything yet, says the vendor smugly. Do you think you can handle my most kawaii product? Only one way to find out. Lay it on us. The vendor pulls out a black box, unlatches the padlock, and shows you the most kawaii shit you've ever seen. Oh, she's just heavy breathing. Fuck, we fucked up. No, it's too kawaii. They all collapse, vomiting rainbows and glitter. These levels of kawaii are too dangerous to be viewed with the naked eye. Do something before your friends fall into the cutest of comas ever. Kawaii overdose is no different from snake venom. You think. It's time to use your survival skills. Suck the kawaii out of your friends' bodies. That sounds lewd as fuck. Read the product's label. It's probably made by people under very non-kawaii working conditions. No, we're gonna suck the venom out of our friends, even though that sounds awful. Good idea, but honestly, you'd call any idea that involves sucking on your friends good. Fuck. Whoa, hold the phone. Is someone sucking on my ankle?
You're such a silly goose.
Looks like Vicky is. What are you doing down there, you silly goose? Wait, let me guess. I think I got a good understanding of Vicky's quirks by now. I think she's doing least roleplay. It must be the hot new craze. No, I think she's trying to suck the excess kawaii out of my system. You know, like poison. Really? That sounds a little, let's go with not smart. I'm about to lose some more smarts. Well, she managed to distract us from the kawaii overdose. I guess it was kind of effective. Nice. Doing stuff that kind of works is my specialty. Hey, don't stop now. It's my turn to get my ankle sucked. Wait, but if it's not actually removing the excess kawaii, why do you want her to? Because she was clearly having fun with it. It's not a fetish or anything. Honk honk. The honk honk of the clown nose is... wow. You get back to sucking on your friends like a newborn piglet, and they praise you for your heroism and your sucking technique. Big wins. You gain 2 boldness for being willing to suck out the kawaii poison, but lose 2 smarts. That seems correct. Yeah. It's shopping time. Oh my god, is that a kitsune? He is. Welcome to my humble stand, stranger. Here you can get beautiful figurines with amazing properties. They have all sorts of effects, which you will discover as you unbox them. There are different mystery box categories, each one tied to a different type of effect. I'll give you some clues on the effects once you start looking through the boxes. So you choose which box category you want, and before you open it, you decide if you want to keep it for yourself or give it to a friend. A balance between order and chaos. You can control which types of effects you want, but you won't know exactly which figurine of that category you'll get. And don't fret if you aren't a fan of surprises at all. There's a category that guarantees no effect at all. So ready for an unboxing? Ah, now here's a woman with a taste for mystery. Grab a box, any box, they're all the same, and then indefinitely different. Okay. Doll Daniel does nothing. Stats, but how they're people. But now they're people. Zodiac Thirst. Buff Bugs. Landmarks in Love. My Little Weird Village. And Major Arcana, No Mercy. My Weird Little Village brings a figurine form of some of the most popular neighbors of the... I'm gonna do that one, My Weird Little Village. It's like a blind box. Look at it's a... This item is for Vicky. Cibolita Cabrona? Okay. Oh, poor little onion. Could this angst have been caused by a fair maiden? Heartbroken by a maiden, it'll make you crave for a maid and yourself. This item makes you see the romantic options in a special outfit. Okay. Thank you. Come again. Next.
Brainstorming reanimates my brain.
Can you guess what time it is? It's time. It's comic time. Time to brainstorm. Okay. What's the red flag you can't let slide on a first date? The lack of street smarts? They don't even own a single cow, reducing the chances of having tasty chocolate milk whenever you want. Their appealing cooking skills are a lie, but they're being controlled by a rat under their hat. They happen to live in sewers, which is probably affects their personal hygiene. Yeah, I think that's the one. You haven't yet finished that big project that you told everyone about. Why haven't you finished that big... You want to fuck a lot of people first? An ancient cursed? A creature living under your bed told you that you should wait. You don't want to be rude to the creature under your bed. Pink oil is pressuring you not to. They'll probably feel threatened by you, as they should. This one. Oh no, my smarts are getting dangerously low. Like, I'm getting dangerously low to being really stupid.
Finally, my turn.
We didn't go here last time. You head to the front desk of the hotel to ask for an extra towel. They give you one. You're drunk with power, so you decide to test how many extra towels you can ask for before they tell you to stop. You manage to get 14 extra towels, huh? What can you do with this many towels? You only need one. You decide to build a towel fort in your hotel room. You gain 2+ creativity from this magnificent architectural endeavor. Later, you're sitting around thinking about Doug, as you often do. What was up with this sudden boomerang fixation? Hopefully that hype has died by now. Hey Vicky, I'm glad I ran into you. Are you free right now? Okay. Guess why? Because I want to take you on a date?
What a twist!
To the annual SpookyCon meetup for boomerang enthusiasts. Fuck. Why is there even a boomerang meetup at a con all about nerd culture? I wondered that myself. It seems weird, but since so many nerds are uncool and boomerangs are the pinnacle of coolness, like his maid dog outfit. Sure, that's what you meant. Anyway, do you want to go with me? I get nervous around new people, and it'd be nice if I was there with someone I already like. Oh, he's too cute to refuse. You follow him to the dumb boomerang meetup.
Whoa!
Whoa, this is amazing. I never thought I'd be in the presence of so many designer boomerangs. Neither did I, to be totally honest. I really hope that people like me. I'm only an amateur boomerang expert. They've got to be like experts. Actually, they all look as wide-eyed and wet-eared as Doug, throwing their boomerangs and doing the walk of shame to go retrieve them. Still, Doug clearly needs confidence boost right now, so why don't you give him a tip on how to impress his fellow boomerang dorks? Introduce yourself by yelling boomerang. Everyone loves a good catchphrase. Go get another boomerang. Nobody here has 2 boomerangs. Yeah, that one. That's perfect. And the thing Liam said, it was a waste of money for me to get back a boomerang. I sure showed him. You watch Doug approach the other boomerang enthusiast with a boomerang in each hand.
I'm Doug.
Hey guys, my name's Doug. I'm pioneering a new frontier of boomerang enthusiasm. 2 boomerangs. Dude, that's awesome. I can't believe no one's ever thought of that before. How does it work? Do you throw them both at the same time, or do you wait for one to come back before you throw the other like a perpetual boomerang machine?
Yo.
I'm still refining my technique. First, I gotta figure out how to throw them so they return. Hey, no sweat. All of us started from the bottom. It takes hours of practice and dedication to be a real boomerang master. But you're coming strong out of the gate. 2 boomerangs. The future really is now. And I have to say, I like big, strong guy with a thick rang in each hand. I don't know how I feel about that sentence. Ah, shucks. Come here, Doug. You're one of us now. Let's work on your double boomeranging technique. You're gonna be the envy of the boomerang forums.
Yeah.
I'd love to. Look, Vicky, I'm officially a boomerang guy. You're totally not stoked about that, but you gain 2 fun for helping Doug anyway. You also lose 2 creativity.
So many places to go.
Where should we go? Let's go to the merch shop. At the stand, you find a fanzine. You ask her what her zines are about. A fanzine vendor. You ask her what her fanzines are. Wow, let me rechart that again. At the stand, you find a fanzine vendor. You ask her what her zines are about. They're about you, she replies. You open one of her fanzines. It's full of badly cropped pictures of you. You feel you should be disturbed, but you also feel flattered. You buy a copy. Dang, some of these pics you haven't even seen before. You're bowled over by your own charm. You, Zoe, and Omen are debating the merits of the thigh. Wow. You, Zoe, and Omen are debating the merits of the thigh sheath versus the boob sheath in an RPG waifu clothing when you hear Doug loudly gasp.
Holy moly!
Holy moly, that's a misprint 1989 Han Solo action figure from when they accidentally put a third ear on his neck. It's hideous. It sure is hideous and rare. I've gotta have it. Wait, can I have the 3-eared ham, please? I've been looking for it for years.
Are you for real?
Sorry, dude, but you don't have your tentacles on the merchandise. Finders keepers. But finding this action figure is my dream. My parents died trying to get me one. Your parents died? Yes, the misprints have all been highly rare, so when the first came out, my parents dove to the factory to produce them to try and find one for me. But they tripped and fell into a vat of molten plastic. Sorry, it's painful to talk about. I just think that wanting one of the original action figures would help me move on. Whoa, I'm so sorry. That's horrible. It's also very hard to believe. No, I'm serious. There was a whole lawsuit about it. Look at the back of the box. Warning may contain traces of melted monster parts. Do not consume. Who cares? My friend laid claim to the merchandise first, so heed my words when I say fuck off. Just let him take it. I feel bad and a little grossed out if I bought it at this point. No, we had it first. Does the contents of dibs mean nothing anymore? I like their maid outfits. Dead parents or no dead parents, you want the damn 3-eared Han Solo. Do something to invalidate this guy's sob story and get Doug the action figure. Offered of murdered Doug's parents to level the playing field. Bring this guy's parents back by defying the law of equivalent exchange and performing person transmutation. The most forbidden type of alchemy. That sounds great. I'm gonna be so stupid. Are you sure about that? The person transmutation is a pretty high price to pay, yeah. I think getting the action figure will be enough to make me move on by myself. Come on now, do you miss your parents so much that you've invoked their tragic deaths to buy action figures? Let us do you one less worse, as I believe the saying goes, and reunite them with them. You and Omen draw the transmutation circle and summon the gates of truth. Black hands, disembodied eyes come crawling out of its doors. Great, now those hands are going to take something in exchange, and the resurrection, probably someone's arm, not it. Don't look at me, I'm already down one arm.
Oh, jeez.
Gosh, I don't know, I'd rather, I don't know, lose my arm. Maybe just a toe? Fuck it, this is all for the orphan's benefit, so he should pay the price. Get him, hands. Their hands rip an arm and a leg off the screaming stranger. Damn, he's got expensive parents. The gate vanishes, leaving behind 2 horrible creatures. They convulse, vomit blood, and scream the screams of creatures with no vocal cords. Yeah, what is this? What have you done? Look, parents and son, finally reunited. I think we defied God. For a good cause, so please authorize this form for the Redemption Arc program stating that I did something nice today. You may ruin that dude's life, but now Doug can keep his action figure. The law of equivalent exchange looks satisfied to you. You gain 2 charm and lose 2 boldness.
Finally, my turn.
The Full Metal Alchemist reference was funny. Let's go to the community zone. You decide to attend a roundtable on roundtables. What a fascinating subject. You discuss the various circumferences of tables, rank building materials, and talk about famous knights that have sat around tables of old. You also talk plenty of shit about square and rectangular tables. Fuck right angles. You gain +2 fun because circles are the most hilarious shape. Am I right? Bringing people back from the dead is bad. Hi, baby. Did I wake you up? I'm sorry. Kiddo is awake. Which means we might be stopping soonish. You later exhaust yourself hoping Omen and Doug set up chairs for the Liam Prom fan meetup. At least you get a free invite to the event out of it. Most divine Zoe, we are honored to gather in celebration of your glorious sexy literature. Okay, that's creepy. Hey fam, I appreciate you coming out. And the esteemed prophet Doug is here as well. What an auspicious occasion for our cult of fandom.
Yellow.
I'm really more of a moderator than a prophet, but it's nice to finally meet the other Zoe stands in person. Prophet Doug, we beseech you your wisdom on how to show our devotion to Zoe's epic tale. Shall we sacrifice a goat? Perhaps one with a man bun? It would be most on theme. Yes, spill the blood of the Liam goat. No, this room is carpeted. That's my soulmate, I'm pretty sure. Go eat some refreshments and talk about which Liams are tops and which ones are bottoms. That'll bring out the most pleasure. It's an honor to receive a missive from the goddess herself. To the snack table.
Ooh, I fucking love this.
I finally see the appeal of this fanfiction thing. You never told me it garnered such a strong following of minions. They're not minions, Omen. They're fans. I don't order them around. I just turn them on with my writing. What's the point of that? Surely you indulge in them. At least some recreational torture. She tortures us with her cliffhangers, maybe. She hangs all of you off of cliffs, so you mad lass. I knew you still had some evil in you. Damn, there's gotta be a way to make Omen understand what being a fandom's all about. Vicky, help us. I'm like losing my voice. When you're in a fandom, no one asks you why you wrote 500 pages of your favorite characters touching butts. They ask when you're releasing the next chapter. Strength is in numbers. If you're part of a fandom, you can band together to defeat a horse. If you ever need to for some reason. I like the touching butts thing. I do not follow. Don't you have some characters you really like? Like, really like? Yeah, you know my characters could think about for hours. When I was young, I marveled at the heroic fates of warriors of legend. Like Brachious the Blood Spear, or Astafax, Scourge of the Astral Realm. The people would gather, raise their drinks in pride, and sing of the warriors' heroic deeds around the fire. It was a magnificent time. Well, the fandom's pretty much just like that, but gather on Discord and AO4 instead. I do like Discord on principle. What of these at least 4 of A's do you speak? It's a fanfiction archive. Let me search for you. Brachious of the Blood Spear and Astafax with an X, right? Of the Astral Realm. Here. They're accepting the results, huh? These are like epics. Pretty much. You can check the tags and see if you might be interested in the story, like this one. Plunging his blood spear into my heart. Brachious, Astafax, enemies to lovers. Only one bed. Butt stuff. I've always wondered what it would be like to feel Astafax's rear in my hand. Apparently, dozens of other people wondered the same thing, but now you can share that passion. See, Omen, our fandom's cool or what? Shut up, I'm reading. 3 hours later, Omen seems more convinced on this fandom thing. Progress, you gain 2 creativity and lose 2 boldness. Let's go to the lobby. You're roaming the con lobby when you notice a streamer right in front of you. You turn around to avoid the camera, but there's another streamer right behind you too. You're caught in streamer crossfire. You're technically in 2 places at once, but you feel imbued by the power of the omnipresence, or at least you know presence. Then one of the streamers leaves, so you're just a rando in the background. Still, you've experienced the power of any mortal, which gives you... You've experienced twice the power of any mortal, which gives you +2 boldness. You spot Zoe's having a thoughtful conversation, so you decide to pop over to Nosy. Yeah, I wish I could be more popular. It's hard to know when to even start talking to new people. It's easy. I just usually see whatever looks like they might have a weird choice that needs making and insert myself into the situation. We know. But what if we get it wrong? Social situations can be so hard to understand. I get you. I actually used to have trouble figuring out that stuff when I was first adjusting to mortal life. Not to brag, but I'm actually pretty good at it now. Though maybe I can give you some tips. Yes, please. Okay, so one thing I realized puts people at ease is smiling a lot. You know why? Because it shows you're friendly. Because it shows off your teeth. Mortals find the presence of teeth reassuring, so I grew an extra set so I can deploy them when meeting new people. I just heard a dog, like, in my apartment? Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Okay, my child is not a dog. She's just pretending to be one, and it sounded very real. So I was like, "Where did you get a dog? What happened?" Wow, that's smart, but I can't grow extra teeth. I don't think.
Huh?
Maybe I could wear some sort of friendly tooth necklace around instead. That's perfect. Also, if you want to get closer to someone, try implanting false memories of... Yeah, I know, right? Try implanting false memories of you being on their side for most of their emotional moments. That way they'll see the supportive friend you can be. Oh, I see. Do you think photoshopping myself into their family pictures works too?
Cool.
Absolutely. You'll be socially awesome as me in no time. Zoe means well, but you've got to save Doug from the path she's leading him down. What's an actually good social trick you can suggest? You're more likely to be respected if you're considered popular. When you meet someone, say hi to random people around you. Don't need to become a pop star and win a Grammy. There's such an overlap between winning a Grammy and being popular that it can't be a coincidence. I kind of like this one.
You sure about that?
Does that really work? For sure. Basically, if people think that you have a lot of friends, then oh hey, is that Brett? Yo, Brett! Oh, do you actually know that guy? I don't know. Do I?
Wow.
Oh wow, that was really effective. I'll go try it out. You and Zoe hide while Doug tests his new technique on a stranger at the merch stand. Hello, I'm Doug. Are you enjoying the... Oh wow, is that Brett? Hey man! Wait, do you know Brett? Yeah, he's really called Brett. I mean, yes, of course, we're friends. Friends? Best friends, actually. Then you better tell that son of a bitch we don't have our money by midnight. He'll be sleeping with the fishes. Capiche?
Gotta go.
Yep, I gotta go. Doug rushes back to you and Zoe.
Gosh.
Oh my gosh, did you hear that? I did great! You sure did! You look so cool and confident shouting at that random guy. Like a con celebrity. You still can't believe that guy was really called Brett. What are the odds? You lose 2 creativity and gain 2 charm.
Anyone need hand sanitizer?
Welcome back to the food court. I think that we're firmly dating Doug. At this point, we're trying to anyway. I'm going to cover the last 2 important facts about this place. Conversations and guests. The first one is fairly simple. If you sit with the same romance option twice in the same run, you'll bond over a conversation. If you sit alone twice, you'll have the same some you time to sit and reflect on your stuff like a conversation, but with yourself. Each playable character has one of these. And what about the guests? I wanted to tell you, there's 3 things you gotta do if you want to get a date with one of them. First, you have to meet their date requirements by the end of the run. You'll have clues for what these are when you first greet a guest and they tell you what their type is. Secondly, you gotta have a little fun with the date with them to get to know each other better. This is done by calling them a second time when you come back to the food court. Third, remember to choose none of them when you're asked which romance option you would want to date at the end of the run. And that'll be all. Now let's go sit somewhere. Okay. There's no special guests though. We're definitely gonna sit with Doug again. Let's talk about the SpookyCon friend group. His past? Let's talk about the SpookyCon friend group. This is the best group ever, isn't it? It feels like I'm in one of those fanfics where the average Joe main character is hired by a super famous boy band. Do you mean to imply that our friends should start a boy band? No, but they're all ridiculously talented, and some of them are even famous. Can you believe that? How do you even process buying blind boxes with Liam, who's like the best yaoi manga? I don't know how to say that. Mangaka? I'm probably the smartest person ever. Oh, we're hanging out with Nico, who aces any cosplay they truly try. Sometimes it feels like I'm hanging out with characters from some of my favorite movies, animes, and video games.
Whoa!
And that's without the shape-shifting. When you put it like that, it does sound like Nico's all like, this is not even my final form. Right? And then my friend since forever has become an idol and an influencer. Dang, April just excels at everything she does. I've always known this, but I will still keep getting mind blown every time she succeeds, which might be eventually reduce my mind to smithereens. And Zoe, I couldn't be prouder of her, Vicky. I always knew her fanflicks were simply the best, but it was about time the rest of the world knew. Doug, you say the most beautiful things about your friends.
Aww.
Oh, it's just true. And finally, there's Omen, who's trying hard to change their ways. It's truly admirable. It's commendable, but I gotta say, I think I saw them stabbing someone the other day. Vicky, come on. Imagine if you were in prison for more than 100 years and then thrown into a new world we barely understand.
I've heard worse.
I'd say stabbing someone the other day is still a solid A- given the circumstances. Getting an A- at your first try is essentially an A+ of first tries, right? Exactly. I just feel so lucky to call all of them my friends. Sorry, getting a drink of water. Aw, Doug. You know what? I feel extremely lucky to call you my friend. Doug blushes a bit and then proceeds to explain everything that he admires about you. It warms your heart with the power of 100 hugs. I want a hug from Big Slime Boy around the last day of the con.
Art is so energizing.
All of a sudden, it's time for the last brainstorming session of your comic. Where did the time go? What's legal but should be illegal? Telling people Santa isn't real. People deserve magic in their lives. Stealing someone's identity. Nothing is as attractive as being yourself, except for maybe being someone more attractive. I gotta rethink this one. Misusing internet slang. If you're not even in on the joke, don't even try. Getting a tattoo of someone else's mom. Just get a tattoo of a skull, or it's cooler. You can always pretend it's the skull of someone else's mom. I like this one. Oh, I got a smart point. Yay! Underrated activities for a third date. Punching cherry trees until they blossom just for you and your date. Practice for the test you gotta pass to get your kissing license. It's a thing. Studying contraception, you'll look responsible while also hinting that you want to fuck. Reading chapter 53 from Don Quixote's second volume. Truly a thrilling page turner. We'll go with that one. I got some of my smarts back. I'm not, not so stupid I'm gonna die now.
Oh, I know just where to go.
We didn't go to the community zone last time. You have some time to spare, so you decide to enter a Splash Kaboom speedrun competition. As you sit down, you're ready to crush your rivals. You hear an announcement. The competition is over. You shouldn't have wasted all that time sitting down. Sign up for the slow run competition next time. Oh well, at least you had 2 fun sitting. You're in the middle of a plot line, huh? I'm here to explain a small twist. Normally, when choosing an option in an event, you will gain the stat associated with the option and lose the stat associated with the other option, right? Hope you were paying attention to the other tutorials. Well, this last event of each plotline goes back to our classic stat threshold mechanic from previous games. What does that mean? In these events, each option is tied to a stat. You gotta guess which stat is tied to each option, and then check your stats, okay? Then if you succeed and you want to choose the option tied to this higher stat of the two, if you choose the right, congratulations. You'll be one step closer to getting the secret ending. But if you choose wrong, then you'll fail at the event and the plotline will come to an end, preventing you from getting a secret ending. No pressure, right? Nothing else to say. Go for it, player. All right. Afterwards, you get a text from Doug inviting you to an arcade. You're just thrilled, and you realize it won't be one of the two. It won't be just the two of you.
Oh, hi
Yay,
there.
Vicky's here. You remember my boomerang friends, right? They've officially accepted me into their boomerang gang. Sup, noob? I'm sure you can boomerang, but can you boomerang? You gotta be at least level 5 boomeranger to chill with one of our gang. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but boomerangers aren't my thing. Boomerangs aren't my thing. Oh, hey, Doug. Why the fuck did you invite me to this? Why the fuck did you invite this square? Let it go, dude. Once Doug's friend sees how awesome the power of our boomerangs are, she will be dying to be just as cool as us. Sure. So what game should we play first? I'm a big fan of skee-ball. That doesn't involve boomerangs. If we're not going to play with our boomerangs, then why the hell are we doing here? I was actually suggesting we play skee-ball with our boomerangs to get good target practice. Oh, hell yeah, I'm going first. They throw their boomerangs, completely miss the skee-ball machine, and hit a child in the back of the head. I meant to do that. Not bad, but I bet I could trip this kid across the knees with my return throw. Watch and learn. Wait, our new boomerang. Let our new boomerang bro take a shot. Think you can handle it, big guy? Yeah, of course I can handle it. Everybody watch my assault on this innocent child. God, these guys suck total ass, but Doug's too blinded by his desire to be cool to see it himself. That means you need to save him. Prove to Doug that he doesn't need to be in a boomerang gang to be cool. Make him realize the boomerang gangs are shitty and fake friends and tell them Doug is moving and needs some help if they're not too busy. Put an end to this nonsense by calling the cops. Boomerangs are classified as a deadly this one. Say, Doug, you're moving tomorrow, right? Do you think your new friends can help us pack up your stuff? Wait, I'm moving? I had no idea. I really need to get a planner or something. Well, can any of you help? Are you kidding? I can't move heavy boxes. I could injure my throwing arm and have to give up boomeranging for life. Sorry, I can't help either. I've got a big boomerang tour. No, not Siri. I've got a big boomerang tournament that day. Yeah, definitely. Legit. And I've already got plans for tomorrow. I'm gonna recognize my boomerang collection by color. I will take all day, you see. Oh, well, I guess that's okay. This non-boomerang related conversation is boring. Let's go throw our boomerangs at cars on the bridge. As they leave, Doug stands beside you looking crestfallen.
Hello, puny underlings.
Oh wait, Doug, I got Vicky's text about your big move tomorrow. I'd be happy to help you with it. You would? Of course. With my ox-like strength, we should be done in the afternoon. How big is your fridge? I bet I could lift it with one hand. Come on, throw it at me.
I have the perfect cosplay for that.
I'm sorry, was that fucking, Blitzo? What the fuck is his name? Brandon Rogers? I can help too. It'll be a good chance to work on my furniture salesman character. I don't suppose you have a wife. I could have a torrid affair with. No, I'm afraid not, but I really appreciate your help. Of course, buddy. That's what friends are for.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Aw, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love him so much. Yeah, it sounded like Blitz, right? You would give Doug a big hug and start frantically searching for a new apartment for him behind his back. You definitely didn't think about the long term of logistics. Though it works anyway, so you gain +2 charm. Okay. Let's go to the main stage. You sit down and watch a post-mortem discussion of the game Domino. You learn that the first iteration had no pieces at all, which made the playing pretty difficult. The 7th iteration added the crucial rule that forbids eating your own pieces. An hour later, you know more about Domino than anyone in your age group, which is actually hard, but it's still +2 smarts for you. You get a text from Doug asking you to play a video game with him. You have gotten closer lately. This is an exciting way to spend one-on-one time together. Hey Vicky, sorry I texted you out of the blue. This is a completely spontaneous decision. By the way, the fridge is full of your favorite snacks, and I warmed up your PJs with the hairdryer so they're nice and comfy. Can I just take him home? Make yourself at home. I'm gonna go pick out the game. You can't help but notice that Doug is shaking like a bowl full of jelly. More than usual, even. Is everything okay?
Yo.
Yeah, hi.
Right?
What?
Right?
What?
I mean,
No, we're not going anywhere, baby.
Tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. We're not going anywhere, though. We're staying home. I'm streaming. Say hi. Say hi.
I will say hi, Mom.
Okay.
State section for pet, Mama.
Okay.
Oh, the buffalo.
No buffer? Okay. I'm just excited. I've wanted to play these games with you for a while, and I just hope you like them. What games are they?
I can't do something, Mom.
I can't do it? You don't want me to keep playing? I'm almost done. I'm almost done, and then I'll put something on for you, okay?
I'm so sorry, Mom.
I'm so sorry.
I want to be so sorry, Mom.
What?
I want to be so sorry, Mom.
You don't want to be so sorry?
No, I don't want to be so sorry, Mom.
Okay. Thank you for the head pats. Whether multiplayer games that involve cooperation, mutual trust, and semi-nudity. Are they erotic or something? Kinda, but we don't even have to play them. I've got other games if... I got other games if... let's play the sexy games. Really? Yay. I wanted you to have options, so I picked a few games. Which one do you want to play? Oh. She is pretty cute. She's getting frustrated with me because she doesn't want to be in the other room. She wants to come in here. Oh yes, Chef, a sexy co-op cooking simulator or Smash Your Bros. Let's play that one. Okay, cool. This game is kind of high intensity, but it's sure it'd still be fun. 15 minutes later. The cream, Vicky, the pies need more cream. I'm creaming as fast as I can. I'm creaming as fast as I can. No, our customers are leaving. We're gonna get a low score. Focus Dog, you kick your performance anxiety now. We haven't even reached the climax of rush hour. I don't know, maybe I'm not as good as a chef as I thought. I should try and turn in my checkered apron and thong. Don't say that. You're a necessary part of this sexy bakery. You really think so? Yes, maybe you need a better top? What do you mean? How about you go to the top floor and churn the cream, and then I'll go to the bottom floor and make the pies. Really? You let me cream? It's like it would be an honor to let you cream my pies. Okay. You and Doug managed to turn a very sexy profit at the virtual bakery. Thanks for looting me. You gain 2 creativity and lose 2 boldness. Let's go to the merch hall. You find a stand at the merch hall that sells hyper-realistic VR headsets. You buy one immediately. VR is the future. You put it on and see your surroundings. Yep, it's a scam. The headset is basically a football helmet and a pair of glasses. No refunds allowed, but the headset looks good on you, so +2 charm. You later find that spending some one-on-one time with Doug in the great merch hall, and it's... Later, you're finally spending some one-on-one time with Doug in the merch hall. And it's going great, except for one thing. Everything is so friend-shaped. You've got no idea if this is a date or not. That's awful. Hey! Hey, Vicky, check out this giant slushie. I got 2 straws so we could drink up together. That's pretty date-like, right? And I also got a 3rd straw because this guy was behind me in the queue and I didn't want him to feel left out. I said he could join us. Hi. Is it Damien? Not date-like. Later, the crowds in the merch hall are getting busy, so you nearly trip. And you nearly trip. Doug turns to offer his arm. Are you okay? Do you want to hold on so I don't get separated? Date-like! But then someone from the crowd speaks up. I'm worried about getting lost in this crowd too. And because my phone tail keeps getting crushed. That's okay. You can take Vicky's other arm and then we'll all form a chain to get through the crowd safely. It's sweet that Doug is so nice to everyone, but a sweaty stranger hanging off your arm doesn't help you figure out how he feels about you specifically. You know he likes you, but Doug likes everyone. You need to know if he likes you. There's going to be a saucy con activity you can do together that will help you find out whether he really find out how he really feels. Ask him to help you choose a... I don't know what that is. It's the nerdy version of lingerie shopping. Ask him to skinny dip in the con ball pit with you. Do we want to go into the con ball pit? That sounds gross. We're gonna do this one. Yeah. You want to go Dakimura shopping with me? I'd love to. At the Dakimura stand, you've soon discovered Doug is something of an expert and has plenty of advice. Yeah, it sounds sticky, right? I don't want to go skinny dipping in a sticky ball pit. It's really... Oh, it's really important to think about the personality of the Dakimura. Like, you're looking for a shy, playful, seductive, defiant... You're sharing your bed with this pillow. You're right, Mom. What is a body pillow? You're sharing your bed with this pillow, so you want to get it right. It's also important to consider dimensions. I'm a big guy, so I usually go for the XL, but some might find that to be a bit too much to handle. Yes, please. I mean, I can handle big. Please. Oh, another tip is to always try before you buy. Dakimura stands usually have a testing bed on the back. Do you want to pick some for us and to take back there? You do. You take a small selection from the testing bed and lay back in your sexiest pose to ask Doug what he thinks. Maybe try and move your arm over a bit. Let the pillow support your weight. Actually, do you mind if Doug slides into bed next to you and gently guides you into the position around your Dakimura? Bring your knees up, getting close. That's it. Ready to try it by yourself? I don't know. Think you could keep guiding me a little longer? You only realized you'd both fallen asleep with him, basically spooning you, when the irritated Dakimura stand comes over and kicks you both out. Worth it. You gain 2 charm but lose 2 fun.
I know the map by heart.
Okay. Spooning! You're chilling in your hotel room when suddenly a man dressed as a rat breaks in. He runs around yelling, "I'm the rat man! I'm the rat! I'm the rat! Look at me! I'm the rat!" And then he leaves. Confusingly as he came in, you call the reception to complain and they say, "Ah, yes. That. It happens sometimes. Apologies, ma'am. We can try to compensate you with 2 creativity." Fuck it, you'll take that. You hear a group of angry protesters chanting outside the con. You, Liam, Zoe, and Doug get closer because your nosiness knows no bounds. Weebs, nerds, get back in your herd. Nerds, weebs, we don't want you here. Wow.
Huh?
What's going on here? Dear viewers, we stand in front of the Monster Con, which has attracted a considerable number of self-proclaimed nerds into our city. I love him. Several concerned citizens have come out into the streets protesting about the danger that these strange creatures pose to our society. Who are you calling a strange creature? I'm merely a centuries-old vampire with an occasionally shape-shifting abilities. I know, he's so fluffy! Look at this boy, too! I'm sorry if I offended you. I merely state the facts as I get them. And I got them from the protesters first. Well, those facts are a load of crap. I may have several mouths and a reality-destroying powers, but I'm not dangerous. That's not true, a demonstrator interrupts. Nerds and the societies we know it. According to the blogs I read, they'll never have sex. Some of us do. Yeah, some. Well, that's even worse because you're gonna fill the world with nerd babies. Pretty soon the entire population will look weird like you. Interesting. You tell them about this nerd replacement theory. If you keep writing bullshit, I'm gonna replace you. See, she's threatening you with violence. Never mind, Zoe. It's pointless to try and convince them. We can only try and fight against this with a pack of lies, with even more persuasive lies. Vicky is an expert on making up facts. Go ahead and show them, Vicky. Fandom culture has produced more art and fanfiction in the last 10 years than the 18th and 19th centuries combined. I feel like that might be true. Who got bit on the forearm? Liam? Weebs and nerds are unique. Yeah. Weebs and nerds are uniquely good at taming tarantulas. They are the only thing standing between us and tarantula-controlled society. I feel like this one is actually maybe true. Is that true? Of course. Oh, yeah, he did get bit on his forearm. Dickens may have written 15 novels, but his efforts pale into comparison to 14 million works available on fanfiction sites like AO4. Exactly. Check out this user. Cerulean Blood AB. They've written 63 fanfics, and the longest one is 86 chapters long. Thank you for sticking through the ads, friends. I hope you're still enjoying this as we read through Monster Prom. Or Monster Con. We're in Monster Con. But quality trumps quantity, and I've never read Dickens, but I'm sure he's way better than that nerd. Let's read summary of one of their fics. This is a Human on Fire, a Dragon Heat Pokemon crossover. Kevin Bleacher was a promising quarterback in college, but a severe injury forced him to abandon his dreams and left him impotent in more than one sense. He injured his dick. See, the fanfics also tackle relatable issues, but everything changes when Kevin is captured by Harold McDonghard. Harold McDonghard, a fiery hot dragon who will use him in an illegal human street fights. Never mind. Little by little, with Harold's help, Kevin will recover the will to fight and fuck. The guy fucks a dragon? Keep reading. I thought you were protesting. There's always time for that. I want to know how this ends first. You saved nerd culture thanks to your horny ass fan fiction. You win 2 creativity but lose 2 boldness. The last day of the con is here. I wanted Doug. Doug was my buddy. Yes. Let's check your comic. It's time to see how the comic has turned out. Okay, what was the goal agreed on for the first for 3 days for these days of work? The cover, the overall plot, and then 1 full finished page. Do you remember how you solved each one of our exercises? It's key to the muse to give shape to the fruits of your labor. Which is Lion's pandemic way of saying that now is when you'll see how the options you chose will affect the comic you're about to see. Sue me for wanting to imbue poetry into our day-to-day life. I may sue you later, Liam. For now, I want to take a peek at this comic. Finally, the art gang gathers around to put all the pieces of your greatest masterpiece together. Time to see the fruits of your labor. Everyone Wants to Kiss Me on the Mouth is set to be the next harem sensation. Jacqueline is a humble country girl who moved to the big city in search of a pair of fancy city pants that complement her pumpkin butt. Little does she know that what she'll find is love. Due to fate and the precarious state of the economy, she'll end up sharing an apartment with several smoking hot roommates. The roommates all have one thing in common. None of them can resist Jacqueline's pumpkin spice latte. There's more buff, ever horny Morty, there's the buff, ever horny Morty, quiet, handsome Miami, and seductive, breathtaking Milo, and many more. If this wasn't enough, Jacqueline will also struggle to get used to the urban life's most puzzling aspect, the existence of the underworlds known as the sewers. And poor Jacqueline, so many changes and so many suitors, but she can't decide on who to reciprocate for one big reason. The creature living under her bed told her to wait. Only one thing is clear, there'll be lots of kissing on the mouth. Milo, you're back. I thought you were still mad at me after I told you Santa isn't real. Jack, I could never be mad at you. Jack, I could never be mad at you. Actually, there's something I've always wanted to tell you. Milo, you bastard, I heard you from the shower. We swore none of us would kiss Jacqueline on the mouth until we made 100% sure you can't get pregnant from kissing. Well, I realized that Jacqueline should maybe have some say in that, and also, fuck you. Hey guys, what's happening out here? To be continued. You finally gather your courage and ask your favorite green goober to go to the con after party with you.
Complaining, but...
Really? I'm feeling flattered, but I'm surprised you'd want to go to the party with a dork like me. Don't you get it, Doug? I like you because you're a dork. You do? Of course. You don't need to be some hotshot boomerang guy to get people's attention. People love you because you're, well, you. Aw, thank you, Vicky. I really needed to hear that. And so the two of you went to the after party. Doug had a blast. It brought you to an enormous joy to see him come out of his shell. And it brought you even more joy when the two of you went back to the hotel and he came out of his clothes. Look at him. He's glorious. He's glorious. I love him. It turns out Doug's just as appealing on the outside as he is on the inside. He's truly the adorkable package. Smash. I got a secret ending. Now there's going to be a little ending thing there always has. Before we knew it, the con had ended. It was just the 4 days, but we could swear it felt like entire lifetime. All sorts of misadventures took place, entire friendships blossomed, and we ourselves changed as people. The idea of going back to our day-to-day lives has made us feel a bit disoriented. Promises were made, not of growing apart, of meeting again soon. Still, we would lie if we said we didn't feel a bit sad to leave all that behind. But as each of us went on our own way, we realized that wherever we went, these people would be there with us. And with that came the truth that to this day, we hold close to our hearts. That no matter where we are, we belong. Oh, that's good to know. I wonder if that's an option that we can turn off. It's a thought that still gives us warmth and makes us feel once again young and unafraid. And it reminds us that even as years go by, we will always be ready to start.
We will be forever like this, always feeling free. You better believe that you.
Well, we made it to the end. Look how cute.
Come and you will see we're everything we need. We were meant to find each other.
Thank you for the head pats. I want to see who Nico's voice actor is. It was Brandon Rogers. We were right. Thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, my voice is going, dude.
And the world won't help you, despite everything you tried. You can call me always when you need me, my friend.
That was super cute. I had fun. Kiddo is straight up awake now.
Let's be young and unafraid. We're in
That's cute.
We're so ready to start, and we'll be forever.
I didn't follow this one super closely when it was being made. So it was completely a surprise to me all the way through.
We will be forever like this.
Oh, that's cute.
Always feeling free. You better believe that you can.
Kiddo is thoroughly up, which means that we are gonna we're gonna see who we can raid into. Yeah, it's like there are other games, I'm sure, where stuff unlocks each run. Thank you
A
for
new
the
song
follow.
has just entered the hollow. Welcome, emetophobia broke something.
Let's see who's streaming. Who can we go bother? Icarus is going. You know what? You know, we haven't bothered in a little bit because I haven't been streaming. We haven't bothered Ciabatta Boy in a bit. So I think that we're gonna... Oh, I unlocked a new plotline. Oh, nice. A new outfit for Doug? Hell yeah. The unlocks are always really good. The unlocks are always really cute. I think that I'm going to be playing this with some people the next time I play it. We're going to do multiplayer. Which means it'll be a much longer stream. But I believe that that is in the works to stream with probably Revy and Omen. But we'll see. We might grab Momo. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But for now, we can do 2 players. Yeah. Play with Cindy. Let me move us to our ending screen here. Hopefully it'll work today. It didn't work today. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know why it's a black screen. But here we go. We're gonna go see Ciabatta Boy. I don't have a raid command set up yet for a raid message. So just get there and tell him that the Hollow says hello. The Hollow says hello, and I've missed him. I haven't been streaming. I'm back. It was a good first day back, kind of. I definitely feel like I should not have chosen a game that took so much reading. My throat hurts, man. Well, let's go see Ciabatta Boy. He's been up for a little bit. I don't know what he's playing. He's playing Supermarket Together. He's doing a collab, so let's go bother him. Send him all the kisses. I appreciate you guys. I will see you next weekend, okay? Have a good week, everybody.